Jonathan ran his course and was beaten by a man who promised to fight corruption but did not, Hakeem Baba Ahmed. The spokesman of the Northern Elders Forum, Hakeem Baba Ahmed, has referred back to the era of the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, and how he was beaten by another former president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, after a series of tweets by some Twitter users. The statements that led to his reference to Goodluck Jonathan read, "The decision of the President Tinubu to stand down and review relief strategies is commendable. It shows respect for public opinion. The increase in price for the PMS shows that Nigerians are in it for the long haul. Leaders should listen and make sacrifices. We want to know how we got here." He was replied to by the username Boye, who wrote, "We got here through a clamor for power to return to the north in 2015. It was one mistake too many. Ethno-religious sentiments would definitely kill this country." Hakeem Baba Ahmed replied. He said, "God give me the power to understand some people and the patience to bear with them when I do." And then replying to that, another person replied to Hakeem saying he is saying the truth. Hakeem Baba Ahmed replies and says, "Which truth? Buhari's deputy party put him up against PDP's Jonathan, who lost. No zoning, no religion, no clamour. Jonathan had run his course and was beaten by a man who promised to fight corruption, insecurity and joblessness, but did not." So what do you think about this? I mean, it's funny how people are literally going back and forth. Well, especially with Hakeem Baba Ahmed on Twitter, as in, this is what the country will do to you, and obviously social media. You end up arguing back and forth with someone you don't even know. I think just because we should stop accepting the bare minimum, just because they're going to review this whole relief package and strategy because of the subsidy. It's such bare minimum. Shouldn't they do that anyways? I don't get it. If the people, you are here to work for the people. I don't understand. I think you voting in a government is not you doing them a favor. They are meant to work on your behalf. That is why you vote for them. That is why, that's why they come to you for votes. Because you're the person with the power. Well, technically, obviously, they can rig and do whatever they want in the elections. But you are the person with the power. It's come on now. Come on. So whatever happens, it's not a thing where we thank the government and say, oh, wow. Thank you for listening. Shouldn't they listen? Come on. But if you look at the different comments, we saw what individuals are saying. Hakeem, you are not saying the truth. You Northerners that felt Jonathan had shortchanged the North. Therefore, there was a conspiracy by Northern elites to emerge with the West to make sure Jonathan was pushed out. As educated as Governor Shettima, then he believed that Jonathan was the architect of Boko Haram and is an instrument that needs to be used to decimate the population of the North. That is such a strong and harsh allegation. That was a campaign strategy of the people, like the present vice president. It was the message to the poor Northerners to vote against Jonathan. So the president goes to the North, and the result is what all Nigerians are still suffering today. Through Northerners are used to suffer. They may not be feeling it at all. Interesting. Hakeem is one of the problems facing the North. We are more or less ardent spectators of Nigeria's ethnocentrism. Do you believe that? No, the North should not have allowed Jonathan to run without contest. The same Jonathan defected Buhari 2011. There was no noise about a minority defecting a majority, so you all should keep quiet. The elected African leaders African leaders' inability to lead his country to development and greatness comes from the lack of right character and intelligence required to build a nation. That's what it is. It's all about the intelligence of building a nation, and our leaders have lacked it so far, because the intelligence comes in the organization and planning, not just for now, but in the long run, in terms of the kind of people that you want, the kind of economy that you want, the kind of lifestyle that you want. And when you don't plan, look at our president. He's basically creating solutions as we go, right? It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. But then if you look, if Tinubu is an intelligent man, we want to see a demonstration of that intelligence. If his reason for seeking the presidential office is to solve problems afflicting Nigerians must hold him to the responsibility. If he has nothing good to do for the country and conditions are becoming even worse than they were under Buhari, Nigerians have a justification to ask Tinubu to resign. I think it's a delusion of, we know that we are in the right, we know that we need to be served, but I think there's also delusion in the power we think we have. Not that we shouldn't have the power or that we don't, but we just actually don't. I hope that makes sense. But what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe.